Hello. Okay. This is a check for $1,000, and this is a series called Stuff I've Stolen. Stuff that I went home with from movie sets. Allegedly. This is not a real check. This is a prop check. This is from Drop Dead Diva, season 4. It was my first TV show, and I played this guy named Todd, Yuka Todd, because he played a ukulele, which brings us to the other thing that I walked away with from the show that day. So, ukulele guy, and maybe is what I auditioned as. It was maybe his name. I didn't play ukulele. I called a friend of mine when I got the audition or the callback or one of those, and I said, "Hey, can I borrow your ukulele like now?" And they're like, "Sure." So I grabbed this ukulele. I borrowed this ukulele. I very quickly taught myself how to play bad ukulele, which is, I don't know how different from good ukulele. Anyway, I did that. And so I learned to play ukulele for the callback, I think. No, for the one of those. Doesn't matter. I don't remember if this is a tape or what, but I go in. I do remember I go in for the callback, and the episode was directed by a guy named Michael Grossman, who had directed Star Trek Enterprise, like at least an episode or two of that. And I really I got a little. My nerd showed through a little bit more than usual at the callback because I remember I said I don't know why I said this at the end. I was at the end of my audition, first he's very nice and he's great, and he's like holding up my headshot because we had paper headshots then, and he was like, "Yeah, you look at this, man. You look perfect for this. Look at this, look crazy hair. You look totally like this stoner ukulele character." I had never smoked a thing in my life. But I was like, "Yeah, cool, great, excellent. And by the way, I know a lot of people give Enterprise crap, but I really liked the show. It's cool that you got to direct a couple." And immediately regretted saying that, very embarrassed, and I left. Not the worst audition story I've ever had, but a story for another day. Anyway, I book it. Somehow I book it. I booked my first TV show, my very first TV show ever. And this was on the heels of also having just booked my very first commercial ever. They all kind of happened at the same time, and that was really neat. And they were both Drop Dead Diva related. The commercial was actually for Herbal Essences, hair, and was with one of the cast members for Drop Dead Diva. Anyway, who cares? Back to the show. So I played this character, Yuka Todd, the ukulele human, and I had this scene. There's a guy who came on the show who was playing the new angel for Drop Dead Diva. That makes sense if you've seen the show. And I think that I won a record contest. Later, Margaret Cho's character also thinks she won a record contest. It's a scam, spoiler alert. And they say, "Okay, great, yeah, congratulations. Here's your check for $1,000, right?" And they give you this very fun fake check that I keep on my fridge because it's fun. I don't know. Maybe I should frame it or something. It just sits on my fridge because this is hilarious to me. Anyway, this is 2012, according to the check. Check's not real, but I think the date is. Anyway, so I'm like, "Oh, cool, amazing." And then I run to the angel character and I hand him this flyer. I was like, "Hey, come check out my show, blah, 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 ukulele jokes, whatever." And that's it. And they had a lot of these flyers printed, and they had them up at this cafe that I do the ukulele scene in. They were, I think the check and this were in my pocket, in my outfit pocket, and they went home with me through some mysterious means. Anyway, so I do have these two accidental fun mementos from my first TV show. There are some other things that I have from sets, but those are stories for another time. Anyway, so that's the stuff that I have from Drop Dead Diva, allegedly. Okay, bye.
Very exciting. Cash, credit, or...
Got the check right here, $1,000. Check out my show later.